Psychology and human-computer interaction. Human-computer interaction is a scientific field in the development of computer programs that focuses on arranging the most comfortable experience of using technological developments. These types of research focus on the field of the interface as a design innovation that allows a person to interact with a machine in the most convenient way. Given the search for an established interaction between artificial intelligence and living human consciousness, psychology as a science is a useful applied tool in the context of this discipline. It is using various psychological theories and approaches that the developers and designers of computer interfaces achieve maximum synchronization between the user and the program. Cognitive psychology, as a direction dedicated to the idea of logical patterns in human consciousness and behavior, seems primarily worthy of mention. Knowing cognitive psychology as the most predictable human behavior enables developers to anticipate user needs. Thus, the interface is more helpful and human-friendly. General knowledge about human attentiveness, ability to memorize, learning, and decision-making skills are used as a basis for adapting design to human needs. Moreover, it is through predicting the characteristics of human behavior that the natural and organic process of using the program can be increased. Social psychology is also one of the most important disciplines that are possible to be applied in human-computer interaction. Social psychology is the basis for the internal design of a computer interface in such a way as to reproduce culturally acceptable norms of communication and interaction. The computer interface replicates the human understanding of the norm, based on the prevailing preconceptions about socially acceptable discourse. Computer interaction naturally takes its foundation in communication between people, in the process of social adaptation, perceiving this as a blueprint for the design of digital agents interacting with the user. Sensory psychology also appears to be an extremely promising discipline that can freely interact with computer developments improving for human convenience. Many technologies are currently being developed that go beyond dealing solely with human visual and auditory sensations. Gradually, it is planned to introduce new senses, such as touch and smell, into everyday interactive systems. Hence arises a natural need to obtain the supposed statistical measurements concerning these types of sensory perception. Moreover, the analysis of these stimuli must be systematic and constantly updated in order to actually meaningfully contribute to the creation of such progressive interfaces. Involvement of all human senses in the process of a computer experience may seem like an exaggeration, but it is in this way that one can significantly expand the range of possibilities for human-machine interaction. There is also a scientific opportunity to consider negative social manifestations in user behavior in order to subsequently adapt the interface, eliminating the possibility of this behavior. Developments that apply psychopathological skills in analyzing the behavior of Internet haters can be cited as an example of such a process. The manifestation of hatred and aggression on the Internet is becoming more and more frequent, and it is necessary to involve psychologists in the analysis of such behavior in order to develop an interactive design that prevents this. Speaking about the positive aspects of psychological analysis in interactive technologies, it should be noted the promising integration between human-computer interactions and the direction of creative psychology. This blended research addresses the shortcomings of both disciplines to focus on improving digital tools that support creativity. The connection between creative self-expression utilities and the psychology of creativity itself seems to be a potentially very promising field of study. In addition, it makes sense to mark the aesthetic category as a special element of the interface design. Aesthetic psychology is a full-fledged branch of the science of consciousness and thus can play one of the defining roles in the comfortable interaction of a person with an interface. Designing a program in such a way that it corresponds to the objective correlation of ideas about beauty can easily turn out to be one of the most reliable ways to involve a person in working with a computer program. Interactive production should elicit a positive reaction in the human psyche. Therefore, the organic aesthetic impression is undoubtedly an element of the psychological interaction between man and computer. Thus, this essay presents an overview of the most relevant psychology theories and research methods, which may have a meaningful role in the computer interface development. Most of the connections between human psychology and interface design are derived from the fact that computer programs mirror social interactions between people and consider them as a model for interface design. The normative understanding of comfortable social conditions lies in the groundwork of many computer programs. Such scientific areas as social psychology and cognitive psychology contribute to the adaptation of programs to the idea of culturally conscious interaction. Psychology turns out to be not only widely used but also a ramified science in which various branches of the discipline find practical application in the development of programs.